Hey, welcome back to my channel where I am documenting my budgeting journey. Today I am going to briefly go over the numbers for the month of July, and then I will go and do a detailed paycheck breakdown budget with me for the first paycheck of the month. I work from home as a medical billing supervisor full-time. I get paid twice a month, so my paychecks fluctuate. So I use the lowest paying paycheck as my projected numbers when I do my monthly budget. It used to be $1,590, but we received an email from HR saying that they have been, since January, they have been accidentally deducting $10 extra from our insurance. So I went ahead and bumped that up to $1,600, which means $3,200 for the month. I use the conscious spending plan to get my numbers for the monthly budget. I will leave a link in the description box to his video. I was doing paycheck to paycheck, but I wanted to do a monthly budget to help make the paycheck to paycheck budget a bit more smooth. So for expenses, I live with my mom. I am also in my 30s. I am child free and I am debt free because I live with my mom. So my expenses is a combination of my bills and then a few variable expenses, and all of that totals to $1,639. This subscription amount, it will be less than this because I went ahead and canceled my car wash membership. My car is at the Kia dealership and they have opened up a case to see if I qualify for the engine being replaced for free because of the recall. So I went ahead and canceled that. So it'll be $30 cheaper when I come to the actual. For gas, I went ahead and continued to budget the $50 because I am using my mom's car as necessary, and I will just give her money to fill up her gas tank. So the total $1,639 for the expenses. Going to my short to midterm savings, and just to briefly kind of go over how I'm getting these numbers. With the conscious spending plan, Ramit says that with the total of your expenses to tack on an additional 15% as unexpected. I went ahead and just did 245 instead of rounding it up to 246 to have a nice even number. Now, I was doing that for my emergency and adding a little bit more so that I can save $1,000 a quarter, because my goal for the end of the year was to have an additional $4,000 saved in my emergency fund. I started out the year at $3,000. I wanted to end at $7,000, and that would be a complete, fully funded for 6 months for all of my bills, not including subscriptions, definitely gas and groceries. 219 was what I calculated to be how much I would have left to get to $7,000. What I decided to do was, instead of budgeting 219, I went ahead and tacked on the interest that has been accruing in my high yield savings account. And baby, I wanted to go ahead and say that I got this fully funded before I hear back from Kia, and I might have to come out of pocket for a new engine. So I've already transferred this money over into my high yield savings account. I'll put a screenshot up here to show y'all that I have reached my $7,000 goal. So went ahead and took that $65, and then I am going to be doing that 15% unexpected is going to now be for my car maintenance. And then the remaining for the short to midterm savings, I do 10%. And because that is an even 320, that's how I got the rest of these numbers. So 245 plus 320 gives me 565. I decided to keep my vacation at $200 a month because I am going out of town at the end of the month, and that might change to have more money go towards my car maintenance. And then for the guilt-free spending is where I pretty much just, outside of my blessings and givings, I just kind of lump whatever's left over into here. So my blessings is 10%. And then giving is what I give to the homeless on the street. And that, y'all, this might be wrong actually, because I think I did what I'm doing per paycheck instead of per month. So hold on. Yeah, I think I did this wrong because I was like, this is a big number. So 3,200 times 10. Yeah, that is definitely wrong. This should be 400 because I budget $80 a month, $40 per paycheck, $400. So I'm glad that I came on here and did this with y'all. So $400 needs to be here. And then the remaining 3,200 minus 1,639 minus 565 minus 400. $596 is going towards fund money. So this now is a total of 996 is what is going to be in my guilt-free spending budget in total for the month. And what I do is for my saving challenges, I don't know how much extra I have to go towards my saving challenges until I do my paycheck budget. So when I do my actual budget, this will always be zero. I don't have a set amount that I budget for that. All right, let's go into the paycheck budget for the first paycheck of the month. And as you can see, the total for my income was $1,678. Now, to our surprise, they deducted with the $10 overpay that they have been, deducting more than they should, they told us that we were going to get an additional $120 on this paycheck. And this is an 11-day paycheck. So this is usually $1,760. So I was like, why is this less than what it was supposed to be? So anyway, come to find out, they deducted the 120 instead of adding on the 120. So a check is going to be deposited on this Friday the 11th with $240 to compensate for their mistake. So anywho, let's get into, let me actually bring this back, because what I do with my expenses is I just cut them in half. So rent is going to be $350. Internet, I'm going to do 46 for this paycheck. Cell phone is going to be 40. Car insurance, I will do 87 for this paycheck. Life insurance is getting 17. Subscriptions, let me fix this now because, so 86 minus 30. So $56 is going to be the new projected budget with me canceling the car wash membership. So subscriptions is going to be 28. And then YouTube TV, I feel like I do 23. Yeah, 23 this paycheck. All right, gas is getting 25. Groceries, 150. Household, 25. And pets, 15. So $806 in total. And then I will do 1678 minus 806, 872. And then I do the same thing with my savings. I just split everything in half as well. So $90 for car maintenance, $25 for Christmas. I am doing the remaining 65 for emergency. Home maintenance is gonna get 15. Pet care, 20. Vacation, $100. So 315. Let me me just see, because what's 565 divided by 2? Right? Oh, because I didn't, I was like, wait a minute, that don't look right. Okay, so 315, I don't know why I just turned that off. So 872 minus 315 leaves me with 557. And the reason, you guys, I was so determined on getting this fully funded by this year is because I want to start doing post-tax investing. I do with my income. This is after my 401k contribution, and I also max out my health savings account. So I am already investing pre-tax. I want to start investing post-tax. So blessings. I want to, instead of going off of this number, I actually want to go off of the number that I usually get. Okay, so with this paycheck, which is an 11-day paycheck, it is usually $1,765. So with the $10 extra, that should be $1,775. So 177. For blessings, giving is $40. Now, I usually go to the bank and get out the money for this so I can give to the homeless on the street. But because of what's going on with my car, I will either still, go and get this out of the ATM, or I will use this to give and be a part of like donations or charity, or to my friends, y'all. With my blessings, give to people who I know are in need. So that might go to somebody who I know is in need versus giving to the homeless, because I am not driving currently. Anywho, okay, so now I'll move this out of the way. All right, personal. I usually give $50 each paycheck, $20 each paycheck for birthday. Gifts, I have $100 in there still from, and I'm holding on to that $100 just in case I have to come out of pocket for the engine. So I usually do $50 a paycheck, but I am going to, and this is just for the budget, I'm going to do 25, and if I end up doing $50, then I'll put that in the actual. Family time has $100, and I think that's good for now, so that is not getting anything. Date night, I am going to do 25, as well as, oh no, self-care, I want to do 35. Mom, 50. And I am still waiting on my last piece of Happy Meal. I am going to do Happy Meal at the end of the video, so if you're interested, then stick around, because this is going to no longer be for my mom. I have something completely different that I want to do with this, but because I don't have everything that I need, then it will continue to be $50. And the annual, I'm doing 17. So let me go ahead and calculate this. Y'all, I did not do a good job. I didn't bring down the lines for this one either. I didn't do that for here or here. I gotta redo this to make sure the next month, because I already printed out everything for this month, so I'm not doing that over again. All right, anywho, let's give this a count. All right, 439. 557 minus 439 leaves me with $118. And I am just going to bring that down to be for my savings challenges. And I like to give every dollar a job. So I'm going to double check here and make sure that there is no money left over. Perfect. So that is how I do my budget breakdowns for each paycheck. I will be, because normally when I do my budget breakdowns, I know exactly what it's going to be that I am putting towards category. So the actual, I typically don't have this, but I'm glad that I continue to keep it this way because of the $240 extra that I will be getting on Friday. And so I will, when I do my unstuffing for my expenses for the first paycheck of July, I will give y'all an overview maybe on what this actually looks like. If not, then I'll just wait until the end of the month and I will do that brief overview for you guys then. All right, so again, if you are interested in seeing the Happy Mail, then go ahead and stay tuned. If not, then that is okay. I will see you in the next video, hopefully.